Hi, thanks for joining for another beer review then. Right, today we're heading over to Germany and this is the Weihenstephaner Hefe Weissbier. It's coming in at 5.4% ABV. I've had this, how long ago? About 4 or 5 months ago. I had it on draft at Euston Tap after coming back from, where did I go? I'm trying to think now. I think it might have been when I was coming back from Hop City. I felt a bit rough. I've owned so many beers and I was like, I just need one beer just to perk myself up a bit, and then that was it. It sorted me out. It was a warm day as well, so perfect. I do like these wheat beers, whatever you want to call them, Hefeweizens, Weissbiers. I personally like them. I know not everyone does, but yeah. So this is kind of one of them classic German Hefeweizens. This was available in supermarkets here in the UK. I purchased this one from Sainsbury's. I think it's £1.80 for a 500ml bottle, and it's brewed within the German purity law of 1516. So there you go. Right, let's crack it open then and see what we get. I was going to let you know where in Germany it's from, but I'm going to butcher the name up, so I'll put that link down below, or it's just underneath the brewery's name on the location. So I've gone for not a Hefeweizen glass. I have got one, but I just can't be bothered, to be honest. So let's generate a little bit of a head as it's supposed to look. I'll leave that to settle a little bit. So what we got then? Typical looking hef. It's streaming carbonation. You're not really picking it up because of the light, but typical in the style. It's a 2-finger pure white frothy kind of looking head. They can be a little bit more than that if once you're in the right glass, because the glass is actually quite a bit taller, quite thin, and they allow for that. So I'm trying to get more into these kind of German beers. Let's give this one a sniff. Oh, wow. White pepper. A lot of your classic kind of aromas for the style. A little bit of spice, clove. You know, as I've said, the usual banana. Get my nose. Smells very familiar. I do like wheat beers, and this is roaring up there. This, if only you could see properly. It's still, it's what, just gone 8:10. Bubblegum, yeah. Maybe a little bit of coriander. Let's give it a try anyway. Cheers. Perfect. It really is nice. And for the price, £1.80 for a bottle of this, you can't go wrong really. So it is naturally hazy. Well, it's supposed to be, so naturally, it's supposed to look like that. So a lot of people are put off by cloudy beer. I wasn't sure about it, I must admit, until I started drinking Belgian beers. This was even before I was into ales, you know, real ales, and well before craft beers. So I was kind of like, yep. Yeah. But then I thought, oh, what's that? And then I gave it a taste, and after that I really didn't care. It doesn't bother me at all. So there's plenty of sediment in this, but I'm putting all that in because that's where all the goodness and flavour is. It's one of them beers. It's going to be hazy whether you pour it straight in and it goes everywhere, or whether you take your time. like that and leave the bit at the bottom, it's still going to look like that. It's not changed it that much. It's a nice kind of orangey, dark orangey colour now. It's just absolutely cracking. Is it the best Hefeweizen I've ever had? Probably not, but it's certainly not far away. You can probably have a little bit more intense banana maybe, and that kind of spice that sometimes can lift the beer up a little bit more. I'm picking up another, there's a slight kind of oranginess as well. It's better than a lot of them out there, you know, but then there is a lot of thin kind of hints of this, hints of that, and there's a lot of them kind of style of, or that's not style, but in this style, you know what I mean. So yeah, not too bad at all. I'm going to try and get more into these beers anyway. So what do I give this for a rating? It's a little bit of carbonation. I'm drinking it quite quickly, so there's definitely a burp on the way up, so it'll be interesting to see what flavours I get off that. More of a white spice on the burp, which is very pleasant. So unless you don't like burps, and you can tell them that was a nice burp, and I'm picking up different flavours. So people look at you like, what's he talking about? He just burped. That's just me being a geek, which is cool. So yeah, for a rating then I'm going to give that, it's solid, you know, without being spectacular. I think I'll give this I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I like it. I'll definitely buy it again. I'll buy a few bottles. It's one of them beers, it'd be great for a barbecue or something like that, just sitting around. It's one of them beers you don't really think about too much, apart from the obvious that you're picking up. There's not much else to say really. It's that kind of wheaty, grainy, and all the others that I've mentioned during the review. I must shout out a few people who have reviewed this beer. Peter over the Clueless Drinker, he actually lives in Bavaria himself. He's got quite a big playlist of different German beers, so I'll put his link for this review down below, and also make sure you sub him. Peter over at the Master of Hoppets, who reviewed this beer, and then any other, I've only had a quick search, but I picked up 2 there. Anyone else who I regularly watch, or are good friends and stuff, I'll put their links down below as well. So you've had this beer from, I can't even pronounce it now, Weihenstephaner, their Hefe Weissbier, clocking in at 5.4% ABV. Let me know what you think about it. Thanks for watching then, and I'll see you on the next review. Cheers.